Hey everyone! In this video, you're going to see how to easily collect payments when selling your products and services with ThirstyAffilaites and Stripe. Whether you're selling digital products, digital subscriptions, unique content, or even physical products like subscription boxes and more, ThirstyPay by ThirstyAffilaites lets you create a sleek, pre-designed digital storefront right on your WordPress website with the ThirstyAffilaites plugin. Since the whole experience uses Stripe, one of the most popular and stable ways to accept payments online, you'll be able to automatically create checkout pages for your products without a bunch of coding, design, or hassle. So you can easily accept payments right on your website with customized links. And all these have a pre-designed checkout page. Here's how it works. Your customers click your product link and then can make a quick purchase on your sleek checkout page generated by Stripe. They also get access to an easy-to-use customer portal on recurring subscription products, and one-time sales too if you choose. Here, they can update their payment details and manage subscriptions, which creates a smooth experience between you and your customers. So in this video, first, you're going to learn how to create your product's link in ThirstyAffilaites, and then see how to add your product to your Stripe account right from the ThirstyAffilaites plugin. Then, you'll see how to set your price and billing type, and choose what information you collect from customers. Next, you'll see how to create coupon codes to give some discounts, and how to automatically insert your link on posts and pages so you can start earning money on your products right away. And then, finally, you'll see how to create visually appealing ads for your ThirstyPay products with the Product Displays feature. Before you get started, you'll need the ThirstyAffilaites plugin installed on your WordPress website, and you'll need a Stripe merchant account. Now, this video is going to be a pretty basic rundown of how to get your link set up and earning money. But be sure to check out our extensive support documentation on ThirstyPay links for much more information. So once you have a Stripe account set up and ThirstyAffilaites installed, when you click on ThirstyPay links under ThirstyAffilaites here on the left sidebar for the very first time, you'll be prompted with this window to connect to your Stripe account. If you are prompted with this window, you can simply click here to connect ThirstyAffilaites to your Stripe account. It'll guide you through the process and then take you back to the settings when it's done. Another way to do this, if for some reason you don't see this window or you just want to do it manually, is to go to ThirstyAffilaites, Settings, and the Payments tab. Then just click Connect with Stripe here. And then you'll be redirected to this page on Stripe. If you're not logged into Stripe already in your browser, enter your email associated with your Stripe account, and your password, and verify your login if you're prompted to do that. And then once you're on this screen, just select what Stripe account you want to use. And then click Connect. It'll take a moment to connect. And then once it's done, you'll be redirected back to ThirstyAffilaites on WordPress. And you can see here on my sample site that Stripe's now connected. So once Stripe's connected, you're all set to start creating your links. But first, below, you see some options. ThirstyPay Thank You page lets you select a page that customers will be taken to after making a purchase. You can just redirect customers to your homepage, or in the dropdown, you can select Auto Create New Page to automatically create a thank you page to use. You can also create a separate WordPress page on your site and then select it here from the dropdown. But to make things easy, I'll select Auto Create New Page. And then you can select a currency that will be set by default when creating products. For mine, it'll be USD. And this last option, Customer Portal, will let you set up a page on Stripe where customers can manage their subscriptions, if they purchase a recurring type of product on your site, like a recurring subscription, for example. So to set your Customer Portal, just click here. You'll just have to do this to actually generate the portal page. And then you see a bunch of options to customize what's on the portal itself. First, enter a header that will display on the page. So this text will be shown at the top of the page for a customer. Then you can insert the URL for a privacy policy page if you have one created, and a terms of service page as well. So you could create these pages on your site by creating a new page in WordPress and then pasting their URLs here. Both of these are completely optional though. You don't have to enter any URLs here if you don't want to. Okay, next you have the option to allow customers to update their data themselves. If you enable it, you can choose what information customers can update on their portal, like their name, email address, billing and shipping address, phone number, and tax ID number. So just select what you want your customers to be able to update themselves on their portal by enabling them with these checkboxes. Next, you can allow customers to update their payment method by leaving this option enabled. This is a really good idea since it makes it as easy as possible for you to get paid, in case someone gets a new credit card or theirs expires and they need to update it. Then here, you can allow customers to cancel their own subscriptions in their customer portal by enabling Allow Subscriptions to be canceled. Again, this pertains to products that are sold as recurring types of payments, and we'll see how those are set up and what they look like later in the video. And then, if you enable that, in the dropdown, you can select when you want subscriptions to be canceled when a customer decides to cancel. They can be canceled at the end of the billing period. So if the billing date on a monthly subscription, for example, is the 31st of the month, and a customer cancels on the 15th, the subscription itself won't be canceled until the 31st. And the customer can renew if they change their mind before the 31st. Or you can select the second option, which will go ahead and cancel the subscription immediately when the customer chooses to cancel. Next, you see Subscription Pause. Enabling this will let a user pause their subscription, as opposed to canceling it. So they can pause it, in which case they'll stop being billed for it, but they will also lose access to the subscription until they resume it again. And lastly, you can show a paid invoice history on the customer portal by leaving this enabled, which is recommended. So once you have all these settings configured how you want them, make sure to click here at the bottom to activate the customer portal, or to update whatever change if you come back in here and make any changes. And then once everything's saved, you can see this URL here, which is the actual link my customers will use to access their customer portals. So you can place this link in emails, on your site's navigation menu, and anywhere else to make sure that your customers have easy access to it. And if they do buy a recurring type of product, they'll get a link to it right on the thank you page too, which we'll see later. Great, so now I have my Stripe account connected, my thank you page and currency set up, as well as my customer portal. Next, I'm going to show you how to create a product and start selling. So to create a product link in ThirstyAffilaites, first go to ThirstyAffilaites here on the left, and ThirstyPay links. Then click Add New to create a new ThirstyPay link. So this will create a link for the Stripe checkout page in my product. First, give it a name. This will only be visible to you on the back end, but it should describe what the product is to make things easy for you. And by default, the URL will be generated from the title that you give here, which can be changed as well though. So for this example link, I'm going to use it to sell an ebook on knitting. So I'll name this Cozy Creations ebook. And then next, you'll select or create a product in Stripe. So if you click on this dropdown here, you can choose a product that exists in your Stripe account already. So you can see all my products here. Or you can click Add New Product to create a brand new one, which will let you create a brand new product right here in ThirstyAffilaites, and it'll add it to your Stripe account. Before I move on, I'm going to show you what this looks like in Stripe first to give you a better idea of how this is working. So here in the dropdown, I see a list of my products that's populated with what's currently in my Stripe account. Now, if I go to my Stripe dashboard that I have opened up here in a new tab, so this is on the Stripe website, and go to More here on the left, and Product Catalog. Here you can see all the products created on your Stripe account. So here's all mine. So these are the products that showed up in that dropdown when creating my ThirstyPay link. Also, you can create products here in Stripe too. So you could create your products first here in Stripe, and then when you go to create a ThirstyPay link, it'll show up in that dropdown. Or you can create a new product right in ThirstyPay. It's all up to you how you want to do it. So here in Stripe, you can click Add Product, and then create a product right here. So you would create the product here, and then you'd go to create your ThirstyPay link in ThirstyAffilaites, and then select it from the dropdown. But for my example, I'm going to show you how to create a new product right in ThirstyAffilaites though. So back here in WordPress on my ThirstyPay link, to create a brand new product to use, I'll click Add a Product right here. And then you see this window where you can create a new product in Stripe. First, give it a name. So mine will be Cozy Creations ebook. And then set the price and the currency. So this will be $50 USD. And then select whether this is a one-time product sale or a recurring product. One time means customers pay you once and get the product. So in my case, they purchase the ebook one time, and then they get the ebook file. So they just pay me once. A one-time payment can be used for all sorts of other digital products too. Recurring lets you set up a subscription type of product, where people pay you on a recurring basis, like once a month. So you could have a monthly membership, where people pay you every month, and then get access to whatever you're selling, as long as they're paying you every month. You could sell access to digital content, access to an app that you've created, and a whole lot more. So this ebook, though, will be a one-time product. And then next, select how you want taxes to be calculated. Default will use whatever set by Stripe Tax if you're using that. See Stripe support documentation on Stripe Tax for more information on how to set it up to automatically collect taxes on your Stripe account. And then you can set this individual product to be inclusive or exclusive of tax. Both of these will charge the customer tax, but how the customer's charged is different for each one. Inclusive of tax will charge the customer only the price of the product, in my case $50. But the taxes will be taken out of that amount. Exclusive of tax will charge the customer the price of the product, $50, plus the cost of the tax. So the customer's total will be more than $50. For mine, I'll just leave this to default. Then, once you have all this set for the product, click Add Product. And you can see the product added here. Okay, next, under Options, you have a bunch of options that you can enable here. First, you see Collect Tax Automatically. This will let you collect taxes with this ThirstyPay link if you have the Stripe Tax feature enabled on your Stripe account. And again, see the Stripe support documentation for a lot more information on Stripe Tax and how to set it up. So if you are using Stripe Tax and you enable this option, tax will be calculated automatically based on the address given by your customer. So you have that available if you need to collect taxes on the product. Next, you can enable Collect Customers' Addresses if you need to capture an address for your customers, like if you're shipping a physical product or you're collecting taxes on it. If you enable it, you can choose to collect the billing address only or the billing and shipping address. If you do select billing and shipping address, you can limit countries you want to ship to. So you can just select those countries here. So you could say only want to ship to the United States, and you would just select the United States here. Or the United States and some other country. So you can select multiple countries here too. Okay, moving on here. You can require customers to enter a phone number in order to complete the purchase, and you can allow promo codes to be entered on the product. So I'll show you how to do this later, but you can create coupon codes in Stripe that customers can enter on their product checkout page. So enable this option here if you want to be able to do that. Allow business customers to provide tax IDs will add an additional field on your payment form for businesses to provide their VAT or other tax ID. Stripe only displays this field to customers in certain countries, so see Stripe support documentation on customer tax IDs for more information about that. And lastly, you see Save Payment Details for future use. When you enable this for a product, Stripe will create a customer in your Stripe dashboard for the product purchase. Now, this option is required for all recurring products and will automatically be enabled for those. For one-time payments, this is optional, and if you leave it unchecked, user payments will be recorded as guest payments in Stripe. The next thing you see is a spot to enter a checkout message. What you enter here will display next to the payment confirmation button on your checkout form. So I'm going to go ahead and enter some sample text here for mine, and we'll see what it looks like on my checkout form later. And just one note, what you enter here can only be 1,000 characters or less, so just keep that in mind when creating your message. So I have my message here. Next, we have the thank you page. So the thank you page is the page that customers will be redirected to after making a successful purchase of this product. Leaving this set to default will use what you already have set up globally in the Thirsty Affiliate settings like we saw earlier in the video. Or you can create your own custom WordPress page and select it here from the dropdown if you want. So if you do select a different page here, it'll override the thank you page set in your global Thirsty Affiliate settings. So you could create a custom thank you page for specific products if you want to. So this might be useful if you want to upsell related products after customers purchase this one, or to give a custom thank you or freebies or anything you can think of. But for my example, I'm just going to use the default page that I have set in my settings here. Also, you can add categories to your ThirstyPay links here too if you want. Adding categories is a great way to organize and group your links together as you grow your business and add many links on your site. For example, I could create a category for ebooks and then apply it here. So this is applying this category to this product. Then, any product that I add in the future that's an ebook can have that same category applied to it. So if I ever need to organize or group all my ebooks together, I could do that with a category. Okay, so once I have everything set up on my ThirstyPay link, I'm going to click here to save it. And then once it's saved, I can see the link's been added to my ThirstyPay links page of the plugin. Here, you can view the link, edit it, delete it, and some more options here. And to edit the link, just click Edit or click on the name of the link. And it takes you back to the edit page, and you can make your changes here. And also, an important note, once you save your ThirstyPay link, a cloaked URL is created for it based on the title that you gave. So once the link's saved, here on the edit page, I can see this section for URL. And I can see the URL that was created. My site /recommends/ and then the title of my ebook separated by dashes. And also you can edit the slug or the end of the link here to be whatever that you want. So say this was the only ebook for sale on my knitting website. I could click Edit Slug and then just rename the slug to ebook. And then click to save it. So now my link is simply my site / my slug prefix, which is recommends / ebook, my new slug. And to change this part /recommends, which is called the prefix, you could do that in the Thirsty Affiliate settings. So if you go to Thirsty Affiliates, Settings, and Link Appearance, here's where you can select what the prefix is. So your links would be your site / and then whatever prefix that you have here / and then the URL slug for your individual links. Okay, so now that you've seen how to modify your links URLs, I'm going to go back to edit my ebook ThirstyPay link. Okay, so now that I have this new link created, and I chose to make it by adding a new product, a product was created for it in my Stripe account. So to show you that, I'll head back to my Stripe dashboard up here, and then here under Product Catalog, I'll hit Refresh. And I can see the new product I just created in Thirsty Affiliates. And if you click this icon and edit it, you can edit some of its details. You can add a picture of the product if you want as well. And this picture will show up on the checkout page. So if you click Upload, and then select an image file from your computer, it adds it here like this. Also here you have some more options. And if you do make any changes to your products here in Stripe, just be sure to click Update Product to save it. So now I'm going to go back to WordPress to show you what this product checkout page looks like. Here on my ThirstyPay link, I'll hover over it and right-click on View and choose to open it in a new incognito window. If you're not familiar with it, an incognito window lets you view your site as if you're a brand new visitor or customer, not logged in as your site's administrator. So it's what your customers will actually see when visiting your site or your links. Opening links with an incognito window is really useful for testing and seeing exactly what new site visitors are going to see. And here's that checkout page. So you can see that the ThirstyPay link redirects to this page right on Stripe. And here's the page that's created for the product. So it's a whole pre-designed, sleek checkout experience. It's got all my information right here, picture that I added, all the payment fields, the address field since I enabled those in the link, and a place to enter a promo code since I also enabled that option. So once a user clicks on your link, they're redirected to Stripe to make the purchase. And this checkout process is all handled by Stripe, which makes this process really easy for you, so you don't have to set up and design a separate page for each product. And also, the link click is getting tracked by your Thirsty Affiliates plugin. Okay, so before I show you what this process looks like for a customer buying the product, I'm going to close this incognito window to first show you what setting up a recurring type of product looks like now. And then I'll show you how to create a coupon in Stripe so you can see what that looks like too. So back here on my WordPress site as my administrator, I'll go to Thirsty Affiliates and ThirstyPay links and add new. So for this link, let's say I wanted to create a recurring type of product for access to a premium podcast, which is just one example. But anything that's charged on a recurring basis can be set up. So I'm going to name this VIP Podcast. Then I'll click Add Product right here. I'll give it a name. And this will be $19. And for this product, instead of one time like my ebook, I'll set this to recurring. And then here in the dropdown, select how often the customer gets billed for it. So in this case, it'll be monthly. So they'll be charged $19 a month. And then I'll click Add Product. And here you have all the same options that we saw before. So I'm going to collect taxes since I do have Stripe tax set up. I'll collect customers' addresses, and I'll allow promo codes for the product. Now, two things to note that are different here than when setting up a one-time product. You notice that this right here, save payment details for future use, is enabled by default, and you can't disable it. Since this is selling a recurring product, an account for a new customer will have to be created since they will need access to make changes to their address or to cancel their subscriptions and stuff like that. And also, since this is a recurring type of product, you see an additional option here to include a free trial. And if you enable it, you can set the number of days the customer gets to try out the product for free. And again, I'll type out a checkout message here. And we will see what this looks like when I make a purchase as a customer. My thank you page will be default. And I'll also give this product a category. And then I'll click here to save it. Then, when the product's saved, I see my link here on the ThirstyPay links page. Now, if I go back to my Stripe account and the product catalog, here's my podcast subscription added right here. And again, I can come in here, go to edit the product, and add an image and more. So I'll go ahead and add an image that I have for this podcast. And then I'll be sure to save it. Okay, before I show you what this all looks like for a customer buying this product, first I'll show you how to create a coupon. Here in Stripe, to create a coupon, just go to Product Catalog and click Coupons. And create a coupon. Here, you can set up a coupon that customers can use on your product or products. So first, enter the name for the coupon. And then you can leave this ID field blank, and you could read why right here. And then you could choose to make this coupon a percentage off or a fixed amount off. So a fixed amount might be to take $10 off the order. Or a percentage off could be 25% off. So mine will be 25%. And then enabling apply to specific products lets you make this coupon code only usable on products that you select. And if you don't enable this coupon can be used on any product that you have on Stripe. So I'll go ahead and enable this. And then here you can select your products. And you can add multiple products by just clicking here. So mine will just be usable on my podcast product. And for the rest of this, I won't get too in the weeds here, but check out Stripe's documentation on coupons for a lot more information. Basically, you can choose when the coupon code can be used and limit how many times it can be used. And then I'll enable use customer-facing coupon codes. And then enter the coupon code itself that customers will type in when buying a product. So this is the code that you will actually give out to customers and potential customers. And here you have a bunch of options that you can set on the coupon. You can make it work for first-time orders only, limit to specific customers, limit the number of times the code can be used. You can add an expiration date and require a minimum order value in order to use it. So feel free to use any of these options here. Okay, so once I have everything set up here on the coupon, I'll click Create Coupon. And then once it's saved, here under Coupons, I can see it. So you can deliver the code itself however you want, whether that's through email, on your website, word of mouth, etc. So now that I have a recurring product and a coupon created, let's hop back into WordPress to see what all this looks like for a customer. So back here, I'll go to ThirstyAffilaites and ThirstyPay links. And then hover over my podcast link and click to view the URL in a new incognito window. Again, so it's like I'm a brand new site visitor or customer viewing the link. And you can see it redirects me to the Stripe page for the product. So here's the price and the sign up form. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out as a fake customer now. So I'll enter in email, some credit card information, their name, an address. And since I do have taxes set up in my Stripe account for this state in the United States, you can see the sales tax added here to the total. And again, you could choose how this tax affects your sale price with Stripe too. So mine's adding it to the total cost of the product. And you can see here the checkout message that I entered right above my checkout button. Also, you can see here that the customer has an option to save their info with link by Stripe. I won't cover it in this video, but check out Link by Stripe to see how this works. So before I make this purchase as this fake customer, since I did create that coupon for my product, the customer can click right here and enter that code. Hit apply, and it applies the discount and updates the price, which you can see here. And then once everything's filled out for the customer and their coupon's applied, I'll go ahead and click subscribe. This will take a moment to process, and then when it's done, the customer is redirected to my thank you page. So it just thanks them for the purchase. And you could change what this thank you text says by going to the Payments tab of the Thirsty Affiliates settings and clicking Edit next to the thank you page. And also right here, it's got the order number and the cost breakdown. Also, right here at the bottom, the customer sees this link, Manage My Subscription. So this links to the customer portal that I set up earlier. So if a customer buys a recurring type of product, right away they can click here to access their portal. So as this fake customer, I'll click on it, and then you can see it redirects the customer to this page on Stripe. So they would just enter their email that they used to sign up and hit send. So this will send them an email with a link to their customer portal. And here's what that email looks like. So this customer would just click here, and they have access to their customer portal. Depending on what you allow customers to do in their portal, they can cancel their subscriptions, add payment methods, update their addresses, and see their invoice history. So that's what the portal experience looks like. Also, here, back in WordPress as my site administrator, if I go to Thirsty Affiliates, Settings, and the Payments tab again, this link here is where your customers can go to get back to their customer portal at any time. So if I click to copy this link right here, and then open up a new incognito window as a new visitor, and then paste that link, if a customer visits the link, they'll be prompted with that same screen to enter their email. And then once they enter their email, they'll be emailed the link again to get to their portal. So you can get this link to your customers in a number of ways, like through email, or you can add it as a navigation menu item on your site to make sure that they have quick and easy access after they buy your products. So to do that, all you would do is go to Appearance, Menus, and then add a new item to the menu. And then you would paste the customer portal URL, and then name it something like Manage My Payments or something like that. And then choose where you want it to appear on your menu. And then click to save the menu. And then once that's saved, now, when existing customers land on your website, all they'd have to do is click that link on your menu. So at this point, I have my podcast subscription product all set up with a ThirstyPay link, the products in Stripe, and a customer just made a purchase, and they're able to access their customer portal. Also, if I go back into my Stripe account, you can see data about your customers and products here too. So first, if I go to More here on the left, and Subscriptions, here I can see my customer and the podcast product that they're subscribed to. And if I click on them, I can see their payments, taxes, invoices, their next invoice date, and some other options here. You can update the subscription and cancel it. And you can see all kinds of other information here on this page for this customer. And I can click the customer name here to go to their actual customer profile page here on Stripe. So this page has their subscriptions, their payments, their activity, and over here I can see their address. So you could use this address to ship out physical products like a subscription box or something like that. Also, if you go to Customers, you can see all your customers listed out here. And you can click on each one to access their information from here as well. Also, once I'm selling products, I can go to Payments and see all the payments I got coming in. So here's that one for my podcast. And if I click on the payment, I can see the customer, the subscription IDs, payment details, the payment methods, addresses, and tax details. And again here, I can get to this customer's address. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a few more things here in Stripe. if you click on this cog icon here at the top and go to Settings and find Customer Emails, you can find settings pertaining to emails that are sent out to customers about your products, most notably successful payment notices and refund emails. So you can set those up here if you want to. Also, if you go back to Settings and then find Subscriptions and Emails, here's some more options pertaining to emails. You can enable this to send a 7-day reminder email before a free trial ends, and you could also click here to preview what that email looks like. You've also got some emails that you can set up to prevent failed payments. You could choose to enable this to send emails about upcoming renewals, and email about expiring cards. And you can customize them too. Also, you can manage what happens when payments fail with a bunch of different options right here. And then scrolling down, you can manage your confirmations, invoices, and a whole lot more. Now, I'm not really explaining this too deeply, but Stripe's got really good support documentation that will give you a lot more guidance on these options here. So be sure to check them out if you're wondering how to set up any of the stuff that you're seeing. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my WordPress dashboard to show you a few ways you can place the link itself on your website. So here from the dashboard, if you go to ThirstyAffilaites and ThirstyPay links and click on a link, here under URL, you can simply just copy this URL and then paste it anywhere you want throughout your website manually. You can use it on your pages or blog post, or even on your site's navigation menu. A more automatic way to do this is if you come down here to Auto Link Keywords, you can enter keywords or phrases that will be automatically linked with this URL throughout your website. So I could enter the word podcast, or knitting podcast, or whatever, and it'll link those phrases across my site with this ThirstyPay link. And there are all kinds of settings to control how this feature works, like setting limits, randomizing placement, and more. So if you just go to ThirstyAffilaites, Settings, and Auto Linker, you can set how this works on your website. So if you do want to use this feature, check out our support documentation on auto linking to see how to really use this to boost your income and make adding links to your pages and posts really easy. Okay, so one last thing I want to show you in this video is how to create product displays from your ThirstyPay links. This will let you create visually appealing ads for products. It'll let you display your links with a product feature and an image and additional text instead of just a boring old link. We've got a full guide and video tutorial in our support documentation on how to create product displays. So check that out to see more of what they are and how to fully customize them. Now I'm just going to give you a really quick overview here to get you started, but you'll find full guides in our docs. So since I have a ThirstyPay link all set up, first I'll activate the product displays add-on. So I'm going to go to ThirstyAffilaites and add-ons. And then find product displays and click to install and activate the add-on. And then once it's activated, I'll go back to ThirstyPay links and click to edit my link. And then I see this section here for product displays. So here's where I can create my product display. And I'll see a preview of what it'll look like on the page right here. Now again, I won't get too detailed here, but I'll set up my basic display here in my link and then embed it on a page to show you what it looks like. So you just set all these settings here and it'll add whatever you set and enter to your product display. So I'm going to pause the video and set mine up. But all these options to do that are pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so now I got my product display created. So you can see all my text that I entered right here. And you can see a preview of it in real time right here. So this will be what it actually looks like on a page. So my product display is created for this product. Now, right here on the product, under product display, I'll click copy shortcode. So I'll be able to paste this code that was just copied on any of my WordPress pages and posts in other places to advertise my product. So now to show you what my product display looks like, I'm going to go to Post here on the left sidebar and click on a blog post that I have. And then I'll select where I want my product to display. And then I'll paste the shortcode here. Just like that. And then I'll go ahead and save the post. And then once it's saved, I'll click to view the post. And you can see my product display embedded right here. And the customer can just click here to get to the page to buy it. So now, going back to my WordPress dashboard, if you have more than one product with a product display set up, you can create what's called a product display group to group them together and display all of them side by side. You would just go to ThirstyAffilaites and Display Groups, and then click Add New. And then you would just choose to display your product displays as a list or a grid, which are just two different styles to display them. And then select and add all your product displays here. So all the products that you want to display in the group. And here's a small sample of what that could look like on a post. So you can see all my product displays displayed together right here. So a customer can compare them side by side, go over the benefits of each one, and then choose which one to buy. And that's it. You've now seen how to create a smooth product sale experience for your products on your WordPress site with ThirstyPay links and Stripe. So now you can create products and customize checkout links for both one-time product sales and recurring subscriptions to really boost your income and take your user experience to the next level. Check out our support docs on ThirstyPay links for much more information. And be sure to follow our blog for all of our latest tips and tricks on all things Thirsty Affiliates and affiliate marketing. Thanks for watching.